Today, I'm going to show you how to transform this Basilisk Fang we received in a GeekGear box. Okay, so the things we will need to redo our Basilisk Fang is our Basilisk Fang. And this came in a GeekGear box, I just found it to not be painted all that well, but I know you can buy them on Amazon and eBay, and I think I might have even seen some on Wish. So if you don't already have a Basilisk Fang, you definitely could get one, and chances are if you get it for a lower price, it's probably going to have about the same paint job, so you could definitely use this application for that as well. Then we're going to need some acrylic paint. So I am going to use some brown acrylic paint, and I'm going to use some black acrylic paint. And then I'm going to use a couple different brushes. I'm going to use a foam brush, and then I'm also going to use a regular paint brush for just doing a little bit of dry brushing on it. And then just something to mix our paint on. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take our acrylic paint, and we are going to put it on whatever you're going to use to mix your paint. I'm just using a paper plate. And I'm actually going to make a couple piles of the brown because I want to make one a darker shade than the standard. So I'm going to take the black, and I'm going to make its own pile. And then I'm also going to mix some in with one of the brown. And then we're just going to mix that around until we get our desired color. Okay, and as you can see, we got a nice mix of a couple different shades of brown and black. Okay, so now that we have our paint mixed, we're going to go ahead and just try a couple different of the colors on here. I also have some paper towel or a cloth here, so then that way if I want I can do some application of the paint, and then I can rub it off to kind of get some different variations in the shade. I basically just want to give this a nice rustic, realistic look. Right now it's a little too stark between the two colors. Okay, so as you can see, I have kind of gone over the existing brown portion of the Fang, as well as the middle here, and I've just kind of gradiated it out and done a little bit of a dry sponging on the end to kind of get some of those lines that I feel like the tooth would have. And now what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry. Because this is a plastic Fang and because it's not a porous surface, it definitely is going to need some time to dry so that you're not just taking away what we already put on there. So I'm going to let this layer dry, and then we're going to go back in and add some of the lighter brown and maybe a little bit of black just to continue to add some layering. And then we'll do this top portion up here once the base of the Fang is dry. Okay, so now that our first layer has dried, we're going to go ahead and go back in with the lighter and mid-grade browns, and then we're also going to add some of the black. So all of that was done with the darkest brown that I mixed, and now we're just going to keep layering it in. Okay, so now that I've gone back in and added a little bit more layering, we're going to go ahead and work on the top of the Fang. Okay, so I'm going to let this layer go ahead and dry, and then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of black to darken up some of the grooves. Okay, so as you can see, right now we have a really good balance and difference between the root part of the tooth and the actual tooth. So I think I might just go in a little bit up here with some of the lightest brown we have. And then I'm going to use my cloth to kind of dab it off because I don't want it to completely overpower it. So I'm just going to kind of do some highlight areas. And then I'm going to take my cloth and wipe it off. And as you can see, it just kind of highlights some of those higher areas. Okay, so I think the last thing I'm going to do is just go in with a little bit more of the dry brushed black to add a little bit more of a groove look up here. And as you can see, we get a much better looking Basilisk Fang. It's more aged looking, looks more realistic than just the stark colors that it was before. You could definitely add some dark reddish brown down here to be blood from either Harry's arm or the diary. Anything like that, but I want to keep mine looking a little bit more natural, like the fangs that Hermione and Ron would have pulled out of the basilisk when they were trying to kill the Horcruxes at the end. So, yeah, I just want to keep mine looking a little bit more natural, but I definitely feel like this looks more realistic than what it was before. So, you know, I hope this helps you guys to maybe see what you can do with your Basilisk Fang so you can take it from what it was to even better. I do love this Fang. I was super excited to get it in the box, but I just wanted to take it up another notch, and I think that this will do that for you. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.